So Ananta,
Yes.
just to follow up a little bit, a question on what Colleen was talking about earlier. So if you're saying, obviously life is not in our hands and the script's already written, but if you're not following your intuition, or let's say you're not following what's in your nature to do, is that also just part of the script?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah. Everything is, and some of these things one may learn from. You don't learn from doing things correct.
True.
But not everyone has the tools to follow their intuition, you see. And like I said, intuition is a curse or a blessing, depending on the tools you have. So someone might be actually protecting themselves by not paying attention to it, because they don't have the tools to deal with it. Like they don't have the tools to move forward just on faith and trust. You see? That's not going to work for them. So yeah, it's, everything's in the script. I'm telling you, your entire life, you're thinking in linear time. You're thinking past, present, and future, and moving forward on that path. But in this moment, right here and now, when you rest into it, there's no time. There's no time at all. You see? So beyond the concept of time, the past, present, and future exist as one, you see. So there is no such thing. This whole idea of moving on a path of your life, moving on a journey, is strictly the mind's projection. You see, the mind's projection upon a story that you're calling your life. I remember when the enlightenment happened, it was like I was just seeing how everything just magically fell into place in that moment. All the right ingredients just fell right into place in that moment. It was kind of a miracle, because there were odd things that just all fell into place to make that happen. That was not in my hands. Certainly it was grace, but you see, I'm subject to time within the body-mind, but I'm not the body-mind. But the body-mind continues and is still constrained by the boundaries of time. Now, the story will have an end, but I'm not the story. And so the basic whole thing that I am now will continue beyond, because it never ended. It was never not there, you see. But we have this notion of moving through time and getting somewhere. But like I say, you've never gone anywhere, because there was never a you see. And the whole idea of you getting somewhere, okay, it's just a dream. Last night, you had a dream. Let's imagine. You had a dream, you went to Mexico. And you did this, and you did that. And you saw this, and this happened, and that. All that. And you woke up. And even though you thought you had gone all these places and done all these things, you never left the bed. So life is like that. You have a dream, you have an imagination of doing something, of getting somewhere, but you've never gone anywhere. How could you? An imaginary dream character has gone somewhere. It's just imagination. It's not substance. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's no one to get there. All that is what is. That's this moment, just being. And even that's nothing.
Right, because so really even a script isn't really a script, isn't real.
No, it's not real.
No, because yeah.
It's just like when you see a movie, you pretend that it's actually happening, and then you enjoy the movie. You don't ever think these guys are just reading a script. These guys are just doing the motions with their body that's in that the screenwriter wrote, that the director said to do. You don't think any of that. You just pretend it's real. That's what you're doing now. But it's all being directed and produced by God. And it's just a dream anyway. So it doesn't have to be very accurate. It just goes on. You're just having a nice, high quality dream that lasts longer in time than the one that you had last night. Has better special effects too. But it's not real. Good, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. It's very freeing knowing there's nothing to do, there's nothing to achieve, there's nothing to accomplish. That because it's not in our hands anyway.
It should be, yes, indeed. Indeed,
Yeah.
that was actually one of the gifts that Ramesh gave me, in the concept that everything is God's will. You see, because it took the me out of it. And the me is nothing but trouble. Just nothing but trouble. So it was nice to have that me out of it. And it's freeing because then you don't have to think like, oh, I should have done that. I wish I had done this. Oh, why did I do that? Blah, 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 blah. Well, it's not my hands anyway. So it's done. And it's makes the flow through life easier, and it also diminishes the me. And when the me is diminished enough, what I'm talking about be so obvious, you won't even have to think about it.